What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa, for those of you guys who don't know me. And for those of you guys who are new, welcome to my channel. Today I want to do a first impressions video on a new foundation that's launched. It's the new Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. I know that you guys have probably heard of this already, but I just want to give you guys my fair opinion on how it works on me for someone who does have oily combination skin. I've also been on the hunt for like a new foundation stick, so I figured why not give this guy a try. I picked up the shade Fair Beige. I could have gone to the Fair Neutral just because this is definitely more pink toned and I'm obviously more yellow toned, but I still made it work. So if you guys see that like I'm a little shiny, it's actually not the foundation. I actually put highlighter. I actually put some highlighter like on the bridge of my nose. I put a little bit of highlight on my temples, my chin, and obviously my cheeks. So that's what you're seeing. That's really dewy and really shiny. It's actually not my oil or anything. So just a little disclaimer for you guys. But yeah, if you guys want to know my final thoughts on this product, go ahead and keep watching. And I definitely think the packaging is really cute. Definitely like the whole like organic vibe to it. You do get 0.32 ounces in this product, so it's pretty decent for a size of stick foundation. I would say it's probably like the same amount as the Anastasia stick foundations. But yeah, if you guys want to know my final thoughts on this little guy, keep on watching my video and I will check back in with you guys later. Alright, so I already did my brows off camera because, like I've said in my videos before, they take me a long time, so I'd rather get that out of the way. I already primed my eyes and I already did my eyeshadow. I'm going super natural today. The purpose of this video is I just want to review the new Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. I am going to check back with you in like around the end of my day and see how it lasted on me throughout the day. So like I said, I have a couple of errands that I need to run. So we'll see how it lasts throughout the heat. It is pretty hot outside. And a little bit of background story on my skin type. I am like an oily combination. I get not as oily as I used to in my T-zone, but I still kind of break out in oil a little bit. I don't mind having that dewy glow to my skin. Even if I do start breaking out in my oil, I don't really mind it. I like that healthy dewy glow in the summer. So I will read a little bit of what the claims say on the site for this foundation, and then I'll give you my own opinion on it, and we'll go in and do the first impression. So it says it's a medium to full coverage foundation. It's good for any skin type. It's a 12-hour wear creamy matte clay foundation stick. It's supposed to be weightless and full coverage natural look. It is a powder to liquid formula. I don't know how I feel about those. I've tried a couple of those before and they've always looked really splotchy on me, so hopefully this one doesn't do that. It's supposed to like burst with your body heat to keep you shine and cake free. Again, not sure about that claim. It's vegan. Formula features antioxidants, vitamin C, E, and Amazonian clay. It will hydrate and mattify your skin. It's talc free, which I do appreciate. So there's 12 shades. I wish that this shade range was a little bit more. So this is what the packaging looks like. I chose the shade Fair Beige, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a little too pink for me. But this is what the actual stick looks like. And I just love that little wooden, it's actually really squishy up here, which I didn't know. But yeah, it's a cute packaging. It's very Tarte. And then when you open it, it looks like this. I don't know how many ounces are in here. 0.32 ounces. So, I mean, it's an okay amount. It's like a typical stick foundation for the size. So, I mean, this is the shade that I picked out. I chose this online, so it's hard to kind of like base my skin shade on this, but we'll make it work. If it's too pink, I'll figure out a way to make it work. So, but before we do the foundation, as always, we gotta prime the face. So, as usual, I'm gonna go in with my First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I am almost out of this one. This is my second bottle of this, so I have to be on bachelor number 3 soon. I have high hopes for this foundation. I really hope that it won't be patchy or splotchy on me, because I was on the hunt for a new stick foundation, and I'm really hoping that this is the one. Otherwise, it's gonna be back to the MnYqqf Forever HD stick. And then just to add like an extra dewy layer, I'm just gonna go in with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi primer. And I like to stick this in the areas that I usually have my highest points, so my chin, my forehead, my nose. Alright, so now that we're primed and ready to go, it's time to test out this very controversial stick foundation. I've heard a lot of bad and good reviews about this foundation. It either works for you or it just doesn't work for you. If you are more on the oily side and you prefer to be more matte, I probably would steer clear of this foundation because I've heard that it really does make you really shiny at the end of the day. But if you're someone who's probably on the drier side, you might like this formula. Or it just depends on if you don't mind having like a dewy skin finish, even if you are oily. So I am gonna apply one side with a beauty blender, and then the other side I'm gonna use a foundation brush. It's just like a flat top koPPcr brush from Morphe. This is the Y6 foundation brush, one of my favorite foundation brushes. So yeah, I'll see both sides, how it works, how it applies with different products. So far, I've actually been really liking applying my foundation with a beauty blender. I never used to be a fan of beauty blenders to apply my foundation, but lately I have actually been gravitating towards this more than a foundation brush, so we'll see. Alright, so let's go on in and pray for the best. So I've never used this before, so this is my first time trying this on. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, it's actually not that bad for color. Alright. So I use quite a bit. I know like people just kind of use it sparingly, but I like full coverage, so I am not afraid to go in with a lot. Alright, so I'll use the beauty blender on this side and then my foundation brush on this side. So far it blends really nicely. It's pretty good so far. It doesn't look too drying. It is full coverage. So far it's a win for the beauty blender. I like the way that it applies. And the color is not too bad. The side looks pretty promising and really good. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my foundation brush and I'm going to blend out the other side. Alright, so I think I prefer the way it applied with the beauty blender versus the brush. I don't know, I just feel like this side just looks a little drier, and the side actually balled up on me a little bit, like around my temple right over here. But this side definitely looks more like second skin, like it just looks a little bit more natural, a little bit more glowy. I don't know, it just looks a little bit more splotchy and a little drier, but the coverage pretty much looks the same. I don't really notice the difference with the coverage. I feel like this one kind of sheared out a little bit, like I can kind of see like the pink underneath my skin versus this side. It just looks really nice and even. So yeah. And I'm just gonna go with my beauty blender because it just looks more natural for me. Yeah, I definitely like how it applies with the beauty blender. This is so crazy for me because I'm a foundation brush all the way. Have been for a long time. And it's crazy to me that I am using and liking a beauty blender to apply my foundation. Very weird. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with my concealer, see how those two work together. I always avoid like putting any foundation underneath my eyes so that way there's not too much caking up going on. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, my good old trusty Shape Tape. And I'm in the shade Fair, obviously. So I'm just gonna go in and do some concealer on my chin, my forehead, my nose. And for this, I'm just gonna go in with the same beauty blender. Just gonna put a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. And by a little, I mean a lot. Alright, so concealer seemed to work pretty good with it. So now I'm just going to go in and set my whole face with a powder, my setting powder, which is the MnYqqf, the RCMA no color powder. So I'm just going to go in and do that. Alright, so far, I mean, for me it looks good. Like, it doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look splotchy or pixelated like I thought it was gonna do for me. Usually like right around the time where I put my setting powder on top of my foundation, I don't know if it's just the bristles themselves that kind of like makes it look like you're doing like little punctures in your skin, then that's what it looks pixelated. But it didn't do that with this foundation, so for me, so far I'm loving it. It doesn't look powdery, it doesn't look... I'm gonna go do the rest of my face off camera. I will come back and I will do my highlight and my lipstick and setting spray on camera and gather up my final thoughts. And then, yeah. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, so I pretty much got the rest of my face on. What's left is my highlight and lipstick and then setting spray. So I will gladly show you guys my highlight of the day, which is I'm going to mix the Tarte Twinkle stick in the shade Skylight. I love this as a base for my highlight. I just find that it gives you more of a nice dewy, more intense highlight, so I like to use this as my base. So it just looks like this, kind of like the Tarte foundation stick that we were just using. So I just like to dot this all over my cheekbone. And what's cool about this one too is that it does work with like the heat of your body, just like the foundation, and it kind of just becomes more emollient when like when it touches like the heat of your skin, so it makes it more dewy. And then for my highlight today, what else could we be using than the gorgeous Nicole and Anastasia collaboration palette. I literally bought 2 of these so that way I have a backup, so that way if these never make a comeback, I have a spare. This thing is so beautiful. I love the colors. Obviously, my favorite one is this white shade right over here, Forever Lit. So I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe R36 highlighting brush, and I think I'm gonna go in with Forever Lit. See that intensity? Then I'm just gonna go in with the UHJFw citrine highlighter. I just like to go like right on the apples of my cheek because this is just like a little bit more of a subtle highlight. So I just like to fade a little bit onto my cheeks just to get that nice little glow. And then I'm also going to take a highlight stick and just dot some on my chin. Because like I said, I love that dewy glow. And then with a smaller, more pencil brush, I'm just going to go in and highlight the tip of my nose. And then back in with my R36. Do that chin. And then with the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Radiant Lights. This is more like a strobing highlight. It's a very finely milled highlight, so when I do put it on my skin, it doesn't give you that glittery highlight. So I usually like to use this on my forehead. And I'm also going to use this Forever Lit shade on my inner corner. And I'm also going to pop it right underneath my brow bone. Alright, I'm just going to line my lips. I'm going to use the NYX Sugar Glass lip liner. And then for my lip color, I'm actually going to use the Kylie gloss in the shade So Cute. I have never used this gloss before, so I'm really excited to try this. So it looks like this in its packaging. So I'm really excited. Again, I've been really into glosses. I'm really into that nice, like, dewy, hydrated feeling glow. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh my god, I love this gloss. It is so pretty. Yes, I need to stock up on this color because holy shit. And last but not least, I am going to go in with setting spray, set this whole thing in place. So one of the setting sprays that I've actually been using is the new Morphe Prep and Set setting sprays. I love this that it comes in like an aerosol can and it gives you that nice evened out mist effect. It's really, really nice. It's really soft. And I love that you can use this to prime your face before foundation, and you can also use this to refresh throughout your whole entire day and set your makeup with. So I usually go in with this guy first, and then I usually always finish off with the Kate Somerville UncompliKATEd SPF 50 setting spray. Just because I'm going to be doing a lot of errands today, I'm going to be doing a lot of driving, and it's really, really nice outside. So I definitely want to protect my face, and the Tarte Stick foundation did not have an SPF in there, so I do need some sort of SPF protection. So this will be my topper. So I'm going to start with the Morphe setting spray first. And I love the smell. It smells so good. Alright, and this is the finished look. So far, my thoughts are I love this foundation. It does look really nice on me. It doesn't look patchy, splotchy, or anything. It doesn't look too powdery. It doesn't look cakey. It looks really, really nice, really natural. It doesn't feel heavy either. It doesn't feel like that heavy, full coverage, pore clogging kind of foundation. So I don't have any complaints at all whatsoever right now. The only complaint I'll say is I wish that there was a little bit more product in here. It's a hit for me. I do love it, so probably gonna be a repurchase for me. So we'll see how it goes throughout the rest of the day. Like I said, again, I have errands to run. I'm gonna be outside a lot, so we'll see how this holds up in the New Hampshire heat. But yeah, that's my final thought for right now. So it is 11:51. I will check back in with you guys at the end of my day and let you guys know how it held up throughout the day and show you how it looks on my skin after a couple of hours of wearing it. But yeah, I'm gonna go get started on my day and I will check back in with you guys later. All right, so it's been about 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours. It's 4:30 right now. And I've been running around like crazy doing some errands. I've been outside a lot. It is so gorgeous outside. It's so nice and hot. So this was like a perfect test run for this foundation to see how it held up for me, and honestly, I love it. It definitely gets my stamp of approval. I love the way that it sits on my face. It doesn't look oily like other people have claimed that it pulls really oily on. I think it just pulls like really nice and natural on me, so I don't have any complaints. I also get a lot of creasing in my smile lines, and so far it's very, very minimal. Like I can barely even tell unless I'm like right up close with like a magnifying mirror that I can see some of the creasing. But I definitely have other foundations that have crease on me way, way worse than this, so this is definitely a hit for me. So I'm definitely gonna repurchase one of these guys. This time I'm probably just gonna get the Fair Neutral instead of the Fair Beige. Fair Neutral is a little bit more yellow toned than the Fair Beige. That one's a little bit more pink. It still worked on me, it still looks fine, but just for future reference, I'm gonna try the Fair Neutral. But yeah, I definitely love it. I would try and give it a shot if you're more on like the softer oily combination side or the drier side, and it is full coverage. I only had to go with just like a one swipe around my face, except for the side that I use the brush. I just have to do a little bit more spot treatments to it, but I definitely prefer applying it with a beauty blender. That's just my preference. Like I said before, I was never a beauty blender foundation application kind of girl. I always used to be the foundation brush application, but lately I've been really liking the way that the beauty blender works with my foundation, so I'm gonna be giving that a go for a little while. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely recommend this foundation. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say to you guys, so I will catch you guys in my next video. Keep a lookout for those. But as for that, I'm gonna go and take all this off. Gonna enjoy some dinner and probably gonna go watch some Beauty and the Beast and call it a night and do some skincare. So I'll see you in my next one.